Awesome. Yay, there are people getting on. Awesome. You guys just go ahead and get logged in and everything. You guys are going to need the mind maps that you guys drew this morning. I have mine over here. It's all ready to go. We're gonna fill those in for you guys. I'm gonna put it on mute for just a second. Um, so y'all just go ahead and log in for roll call and stuff and everything, and I will be right back. Okay, cool. Y'all should be all good. Let's see. Annabelle Smith is so there's a tornado watch. Annabelle, where do you live? Like further out east, a little bit more up north, up there. I know they had said something about in Louisiana. Yeah. No, I heard it was supposed to get really, really bad up there. Sorry, y'all. I can't decide if I want to just leave my hair like this or if I want to flip it over. I really don't know. This humidity kind of, as you guys can see, it's like affected as far as how tight my curls are. Uh, and right now they're just kind of a little loose. They're really, really frizzy. That's just because I'm rounding in on about day 5 hair or so. So it's about ready to time to throw it on up there into a bun or so. Maybe let's do that because I think it's just gonna drive me insane. Gotta just do a quick little razzle dazzle up there on top, then kind of pull some of this out. Hopefully everything is good. But I'm just gonna let some more people get logged on. I see there's some of you guys are on here, but we only have about a handful of y'all. So I'm just gonna give y'all a couple more minutes. While you guys are getting logged on and you're grabbing your mind maps and everything, go ahead and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. We want to make sure that we're letting the YouTubes know and everything. Um, there's some goldfish that got stuck on my desk. I really don't know what those came from. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's going pretty well, you guys. We made it through all of our big like birthday craziness. Yesterday was the final birthday that we had to celebrate. So definitely very glad for all of that because your girl is tired of it. Oh, thank you. This is a Morphe. It's a little 9 palette like mini eyeshadow that they have. I've had it for about a year or so now. But this purple color that I use, I mean, like it's the bomb.com. I even threw a little bit of eyeliner on there for you guys today. Um, but no worries. While you guys are all waiting around, I hope that everybody has taken out something for dinner tonight. It's 2 o'clock, so it's a little bit late, but it's okay if it's in the freezer. Just stick some hot water in there with it, and you're gonna be perfectly fine. We're gonna have chicken and rice for dinner, so I don't know if anyone needs any ideas or anything. But that's about where everything is. But I'm glad to see everybody is getting logged on. For those of you that may have just joined us, you're going to need your mind map that you guys filled out this morning. And we're going to go ahead and fill that all the way in. And then we're going to do some definitions and such. And then you'll have an assignment for 5 o'clock as well. So glad to see everybody. Hey, everybody. Glad to see everyone is getting on. Everyone is doing well. I hope your families are doing well. Your pets are doing well. Something with a lot of vegetables for Earth Day. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, some coconut curry. Oh, that sounds good. I live with people that don't like spices, so we gotta like make 2 separate ones if we're gonna make something spicy and one not spicy. So it's a little bit of a struggle bus. But all is well, all is well. So you guys, let's go ahead and grab those mind maps that everybody did this morning. So we're kind of going over the chemistry chapter and everything. Now you guys definitely are not going to have to know like the hydrogen and oxygen compounds and everything, but you are going to have to know these terms, especially those of you that are estheticians. As far as how different things react with each other, water and oil, water and vinegar, and such. So you guys want to make sure that you're paying attention to this, because a lot of these terms that are on here are a very common esthetician state board criteria for you guys. So for sure, make sure that you guys are all logged in. You put your name over into the comments for roll call. And then we can just go ahead and get started. I'm still sitting on my super janky chair, so if you see me just kind of fall over, it's fine. It's not that far of a fall to the ground, so I'll survive. Just give me a second to pop back up, and we can make it happen. I'm wearing an oversized sweater because it kind of cooled down some out here. It was real nasty this morning, but now it's kind of cooling down and everything. I feel like today is kind of flown by. I mean, kind of woke up this morning and now it's 2 o'clock. Like, well, what happened to the day? Alrighty, you guys. So if you guys want to go ahead, let's go ahead and grab our mind maps. I have mine all drawn out over here. You can see down here at the very bottom, I kind of got lost. I didn't have quite enough room, so I kind of had to improvise one of my little boxes down here. But no worries, no worries. Just make sure that you have this all mapped out, because you guys are going to need this today for your 5 o'clock assignment. It's raining so hard where I'm at. It's like literally it has rained like not at all. I don't know. I live out in Kyle, so who knows. Alrighty, you guys. So this very, very top square right up here, that word that is going to go up into that top one is going to be matter, because of course matter makes up everything. So let's see, M-A-T-T-E-R. So I'm going to hold it up for you guys. So that first top one is going to be matter, M-A-T-T-E-R. So that is the very, very top box that we're going to go through. We have some work to get through, so hopefully we can get through it pretty quickly and you guys can get a little bit of a break before your 5 o'clock today. So as I was saying, that very first top blank right there is going to be matter. And of course I have my chemistry, the date, and then my name over here into the corner. I just abbreviated my last name because it's really long. And it is what it is. But you guys should put your last names like maybe below it or so if you can. Alrighty. So that top square was matter. Our next square right below that is going to be particles. So let's write this in. And no worries, guys, if it goes kind of out. And this one is going to be particles. So it goes from matter to particles. Are you turning this in for the 2 to 4 hour? Let me double check. You guys are not going to turn this in yet. It's not going to be until 5 o'clock that you guys will be turning these in. But we're going to go over it and I'm kind of going to explain everything for you guys so that way y'all have an understanding of what to do. No worries, McKenna, no worries. You're going to need that mind map that we got that you guys drew this morning. And we've already filled in our first 2. So our top one is matter and then that second one is particles. So then you guys kind of have, I am drawing all over my desk with the Sharpie. So then you guys kind of have the split off, and then there's the 3 boxes below. So we're going to go over to this first box over here. Mine is a little bit higher than what you guys may have drawn, but the word that is going to go over into that other box is going to be atoms. ATOMS. Alrighty. So we have matter, particles, and atoms. So atoms is going to go off over into the other side because it kind of, has to deal a little bit more, less with chemistry or so, but we're going to break down the different particles and everything that you're going to come across. So I have matter, particles, and atoms. Alrighty, hopefully everybody has got that. This one shouldn't be too hard, but you guys are going to need this for later. So now we're going to move on to those next 3 boxes that fall in line with each other. So in my very first box, all the way over to the left, so if I'm looking at my paper, it's going to be the box off to the left, and that is going to be solid. SOLID. Alrighty, so over off to my left box, I have solid. Alrighty, so if I'm looking at my paper, off to my left side is going to be solid over there. And then you have your middle one, and that one is going to be liquid. Alrighty, you guys. So we have solid, liquid, and then we're going to have one more right there. So we have everything. We've done about half of the map or so. So solid, liquid, and elements is going to be our last one. Ooh, I'm going to have to go real outside my box for this. I'm putting my phone on mute for you guys. Alrighty, so it goes off over into here, and this is going to be elements. So this one, you guys, is supposed to be a little bit further up. My line, I accidentally drew it out a little bit too far. You can kind of see I connected it right there. But you guys should have solid, liquid, and elements off over into the side. So not the gas yet. We're not down to that 4th row yet. We're technically on our 3rd row right here. So liquid, solid, liquid, elements. It's right there for you guys, for anybody that has it. Awesome, awesome. Glad to see you guys are here. You guys are going to need your mind maps from this morning that you guys went ahead and drew. Well, I guess this afternoon that you guys went ahead and drew. So go ahead and start filling these out. So now that we've done solid, liquid, elements, we're going to move down to where it both connects right here. So our connecting between solid and liquid is going to be solution. Alrighty, so that is going to be solid and liquid solution. So right there where they both connect is going to be solution. And then off in its own little corner over to the right is going to be gas. Alrighty, so I have solution and then I have gas over here by itself. Alrighty, does everybody have this? Does anyone have any questions over any of them? You guys are going to need this for your 5 o'clock assignment for today. Awesome, Allison, I'm really proud of my map. Yes, awesome. It gave us a little bit of drawing creativity. That's great. Alrighty, so we have solution and we have gas. So gas cuts off right here. So now we're going to move on to our solution. So if I'm looking at my paper over into my left box, I'm going to put solute. So it's going to be SOLUTE. So SOLUTE. And then over in that other box is going to be SOLVENT. So solve, solute, and solvent. Alrighty. So it's going to be solute and solvent. Alrighty, you guys. So we have all of those. So we just have these last little 3 boxes down here. So that first box right there is going to be change. So CHANGE. Alrighty. So we have the solute and we have the solvent. So then we are going down to, it's going to be change right here. So change is that final box right down there at the bottom. And then you have your last 2 boxes. So your left box is going to be physical and your right box is going to be chemical. So I'm just going to write these off to the side because I don't really have a whole lot of room in my box, but no worries. Alrighty, so down at the very bottom, it's going to be physical and chemical. Sorry, I couldn't get right out of there. The second for Jazzy, are you talking about this one or are we talking about that one over there? What is under solute and solvent? So then under solute and solvent is change, and then it is physical and chemical change. Alrighty, so physical change and then physical and chemical change. Awesome. And then here is the whole mind map for anyone that may need it. Try not to cut out that bottom part. Right in there for you guys. Awesome, awesome. Hopefully everybody has it. I'm sorry if you guys can kind of hear the doors opening and closing. Literally everybody in my house is home today, so it's great. I love it. No, it's okay. Honestly, we have never all gotten along so much better than we have when we've all been stuck in the house. I guess it's got a lot to do with, like, we really have nowhere else to go. Like, nowhere else. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you, thank you. Trying it. I might have to blow it out next week. I don't know. I like to go back and forth between curly and straight. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Alrighty, awesome. So does everybody have the fill-ins for that mind map that you guys did? Let me know over into the comment section, and then we can go ahead and move on with our next one. Awesome. Awesome, you guys have got it. Awesome, awesome. Alrighty. So here's my question. Do you guys want to just we have about 18 or 20 terms that we're going to be going through today. So do you guys want me to, I can give you guys all of those terms and then you guys can list them on a piece of paper and we can take a quick little break and then I can come back and do all of those definitions. Or we can just start right now with the definitions and go all the way through until we're completely done. I don't know which one you guys wanted to do, so option 1 or option 2. So option 1, I can give you guys all of the terms. We can take a short little break, and then I can come back and give you the definitions. Okay, y'all just want to keep going. Perfect, that's fine. No worries. That's perfectly fine with me. Okay, so you guys are going to need a new blank piece of paper. You're going to want to put at the top in your comment or at the top of your paper. I can't even speak today. At the top of your paper, you're going to want to put chemistry word list or definitions. So chemistry word list or definitions. So go ahead and get your piece of paper ready, your pen, paper, your pencil, whatever you choose to write with. Maybe it's a crayon because your children have destroyed all your pens. I don't know. Everybody's case is different. But if you guys are all ready, just let me know when you guys are all ready and we can go ahead and start. I did not type up a piece of paper. I felt like the comments, if I comment over into the comment section for you guys, the definition, it's a little bit better, just so that way you guys are able to read everything. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Glad to see you guys are all ready. Awesome. Awesome. Alrighty. So term number one. Awesome. Let me get it into the comments for you guys. Alrighty. So term number one is going to be matter. Matter. So number one is matter. So that is any substance that occupies space and has weight and or mass. So term number one is matter. So term number one is matter. So anything substance that occupies space and has mass or weight. So I know this is bringing it back way into the high school days, you know, of everything. So number one is matter, and that is any substance that occupies space and has mass and or weight. I was typing absolutely nothing. So you guys go ahead and get that definition down, and while I type up your next one for you, if I can learn how to spell. Alrighty, so term number two is going to be chemistry. So term number two is chemistry. So chemistry is the science that is dealing, you know, with all of these compositions, all of these structures and the properties of matter and how matter constantly is changing under these different conditions. So, you know, matter can be in the form of pretty much just about everything. Matter takes up everything. It takes up space, as we're remembering. So chemistry is the science that is learning how all of this matter changes in these different conditions. So how you're putting, you know, an ice cube into hot water, how that ice cube instantly melts. So, you know, you're changing up things without you even knowing it. And that is term number two. So y'all remember, go ahead and make sure that you guys have everything done and taken care of. No worries, Morgan. We're glad to have you back. You're going to want to take these definitions down. There are 18 different definitions. So I have 1 and 2 right there, and I'm about to put number 3 for you guys. So just go ahead and make sure you're copying these down onto a piece of paper. You guys are going to need these for later. So we've done 1, which was matter, 2, which is chemistry, and 3 is elements. So elements are your most simple forms of matter. They cannot be broken down into smaller particles or anything. So it's there's one process that happens, and then that's it after that process is over. So just one process. You cannot break it down more than as it continues to go on and on. So that is number 4. Number 4 was elements. 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 Number 4 was elem Alrighty, so we've done 1, 2, 3, and here is number 4. If I'm going too fast or anything, let me know. These are over into the comments for any of the that you are watching, or for any of you that are listening or anything. It is in the comments, the definitions and everything. So number 4 is atoms. It is the smallest chemical component known as a particle of the element still containing properties of the element. So it's when you have broken it all down and everything, this is what is still remaining with everything once you've gone through that first breakdown. So number 4. I know this may seem crazy for you guys to have to know as, cosmetologists, nail techs, estheticians, or anything. But, surprisingly on state board, they are asking you questions about about these different types of things. So it's definitely very imperative that you know these different terms or anything, just in case you are to be asked any of these at state board for you guys. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. See, oh, no worries. We're glad to have you. You're going to need to get a pen and paper and take down all of these terms, so that way you are able to follow along. And for those of you that just logged on, maybe you're a little bit late. I did, in the beginning of the live, I did go over the complete mind map. So when this video is over, you're going to need to go back and rewind the video and get those answers from your mind map from earlier. Alrighty, awesome. So number 5. So we've done 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 5. Number 5 is a molecule. So it is a chemical combination of two or more atoms together. So a molecule is 2 of those chemical combinations coming together. 2 of those atoms, technically, would be a good term. Oh my gosh. I could not figure out what was on the top of my Sharpie for the life of me. But I have a candle over here, and I'm guessing somebody decided to stick this Sharpie down into the candle. Geniuses. Geniuses, I tell ya. Okay, so number six. So we're on number 6. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is number 6 for you guys. Number 6 is a solid. So it is a state of matter that is rigid with definite size and shape, such as ice. How many roomies do I live with? Well, there's currently 8 of us in here right now. So we're already past that guideline of gatherings of 5, but it's just kind of in the awkward transition stage. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Some days are better than others, but it's okay. It's all right. It's been a wonderful decision, but it's been also not a wonderful decision. So we definitely have our days of liking each other and not liking each other. Pray for me, thank you. It's definitely an experience every day. Container such as water. Alrighty. I posted a chart in the Facebook group for those that missed it. Awesome. So for any of you that did not see that, Aubrey did post in the Facebook group her chart. So for anyone that may have missed it and you're a part of that Facebook group, go over there and hop on there and you can fill in those couple of answers. No, it's not 8 bedrooms. Let me get through a couple deals and we'll explain it all. But number 7, so definition number 7 is liquid. So liquid is matter that has volume. So it takes up space pretty much. But there's no definite size or shape within these. But it will take the shape of whatever you are putting it into. So, if you're putting water into a cup, or if I were to pour a bunch of water on top of my candle, my water is going to mold around the inside. It's going to conform to whatever I'm putting it into. It's not going to take any type of odd, funky shape or anything. It's going to take the shape of what I'm physically pouring it into and changing it into. So that is number 7. Number 7. Alrighty. So question number 8, or definition number 8. I keep saying question. I always get the hiccups when I come on live. I don't understand. Alrighty, so number 8 is gas. Number 8. So term number 8 is gas. So matter without shape or size. So no fixed volume or shape. It takes the shape of the container. So gas really has no size to it. It has no shape. It doesn't come in different shapes or sizes by any means. So that is number 8. Number 8. Alrighty, question number 8. Term number 8. Term number 8. See, I can't even stop. Term number 8. Alrighty, definition. Term number 9 is going to be physical change. So we have down at the very bottom of that mind map, there's physical and chemical change on there. So a physical change is the change in the form or physical substance, but it has no chemical reaction in there. So there is no like bubbling or anything that is happening whenever these elements are all combined. Yes, perfect, Destiny. Tearing paper. It's still paper at the end of the day. So, you are making a physical change in the appearance, but you're not physically changing that sheet of paper by any means. Alrighty, so question number 10. Term number 10 for you guys. Term number 10 is going to be chemical change. So term number 10 is chemical change. So chemical change is where the chemical properties and the chemical reaction form a new substance, but they have different properties from the original. So, like baking soda and vinegar, you put that baking soda in the vinegar, and that baking soda creates that reaction, and it's no longer powder anymore. So that is a change. That would be a chemical change for you guys. Awesome, awesome. You guys are doing so well. I need to drink some water. My drink of the day is some water. Alrighty. Alright, so number 11, which is the solute, which is the substance that dissolves the solute to form a solution. So it is the substance that dissolves the solute, however you want to pronounce it, to form a solution. So make sure you guys have these all down over in your notes. You're writing everything down. You're going to want to make sure that you keep these because you're going to need it for later. Everything. Like 4 very similar words in a row, and I'm like looking at my paper and then looking what I'm typing, making sure I have the proper term on there. Yes, correct, Julie. Dissolve itself. That's wonderful. Didn't really need it to share that with us. Thanks. Alrighty, so number 12, which is solvent. So it's the substance that dissolves another substance to form a solution. Make sure you have solute and then you have solvent, and then we're going to do solution. Yes, so water and salt. Perfect. Sorry, Destiny, I didn't see your comment. It was hidden down there. Alrighty, so you have solute, you have the solvent, and then you have your solution. So your solution for solute, it forms a solution. So the solute to form the solution on that one. So number 13 is solution. So it's the uniform mixture of two or more mutually miscible substances. So miscible means pretty much you're forming those homogeneous mixtures together. You're adding it all together. So miscible means that you're forming those homogeneous mixture when all added together. So homogeneous means things that are all alike. If water is a solvent, does that make salt solute? Yes, correct. So we have solute, we have solvent, we have solution. Sorry, y'all. I can't think of how to spell to save my life. I like shorthand wrote my definitions over here. So on this one that I'm putting on number 14 for suspensions, which are unstable mixtures of two or more immersible substances, a very good example of that is going to be like oil and vinegar. Is this like mixing toners? Yes, but technically in a toner, you're mixing to create a chemical reaction. So you're mixing that developer with your toner to activate everything that is in your toner bottle. But so for number 14, which is suspensions, they are unstable mixtures of two or more immersible substances. So that would be like oil and vinegar. So when you put oil and vinegar together, you have to mix them all together in order for them to be able to all go in as one. So you'll have those little bitty dots of oil everywhere. So Monica, miscible means that they are two things that are alike when added together. So immiscible would mean that you cannot add two things that are not alike. So that's why the water and the vinegar, because the water and the vinegar separate from each other. You can't really combine them into one. Is that where we have to shake the pillow proof at the school? Yes, correct. That's a perfect example of everyday products that you guys use. Um, the pillow proof, yes, you are keeping how it separates from each other, and then you have that real like oily part at the top, and then you have that different part down at the bottom, and it separates from each other. Perfect. Oh, immersible. Oh, my bad, my bad. Yes, immiscible. Sorry. Okay, let me put the proper term for it in there this time. It's getting a little dark outside. Hopefully, it's not gonna start raining. Stick together plus an emulsifier. Okay, so let's see, number 15 for you guys. Let me put 15 for you. So 15, which is emulsion. So those are the unstable physical mixture of two or more immiscible substances that usually do not stick together, plus an emulsifier. So that would be like oil and water, and then something that is helping to bring that product all together. So a good example, what would be a product that you guys use all the time? So how expired lotion, for example. So how your lotion, sometimes when it's been sitting there for too long, you have the separation of the water, and then you have your actual chemical, you have your physical mixture down below. So that water rises to the top and separates from each other. So it's pulling apart from those two difference. Yes, nail polish sitting. Yeah, that's a great example. I couldn't think of that. You know how your nail polish separates from time, and you have the nice little difference. You have your difference where you have all that oil that's kind of around the top. rock salt mixed with the water and the oil. Yes. Okay, so the next one of the last ones is a surfactant. So that is the surface active agent. So it's going to be something that you're going to add in to make the product spread a lot more easily. Typically, it's going to be oil that is immersed in the water. Some of the examples of these items are going to be like your skin creams and cleansers. They're able to completely, go around your skin, saturate everything. It's not real hard to work that product into. So we just have two more. Ooh, excuse me. We just have two more left. Everything is going well. You guys are doing wonderful and everything. So let me put my last two in here. So these last two, they're not really definitions, but it's more so like the mixing of these two to know what happens if you put one instead of the other, and then the other one on top of the other one. If that even makes sense to any of y'all. So the first one is the oil over water. So that's oil and water. So that means that the oil is dispersed into the water. So that means there's less oil in there than there is water. So this is typically what most spas are going to use because you're going to get a little bit more slip without feeling like it's too slippery, like you just ran your hands in butter or something. For all of my SPs that are on right now, the oil and the water over oil. I need you guys to put a big note right there on there that, these are very common board questions that they're going to ask you in your salon setting and everything. Um, so that you need to make sure that you guys are knowing this because it is a very infamous state board question for them to ask you guys about that. So then, of course, you have your water and oil. So water and oil, that this means that the water is added in to the oil. So thus, there are smaller amounts of water. Sorry, I left that off. Just smaller amounts of water. Okay, I'm gonna put it on mute real quick. We're gonna take just a quick little 5-minute break. And then we are going to be right back. So if anybody else needs to get any more of those different terms, just go ahead and scroll up over there. But go ahead and stay on for just a little bit. We're gonna go over a couple things, and then you guys will be good to go. Okay, does everybody have every definition? Hopefully you guys all have everything. Is there any that anyone missed that you need for me to go back over? Yeah, wiggle your wrist around. Get some feeling back into your fingers. Get everything in. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so you guys, the assignments that you guys have done today, as far as what everything was, so you guys had your review, and everything. There was question and answers this morning, and then you guys drew your mind map. So you guys drew the mind map, and we just filled this all in and everything, and then we just did our definitions, along with all of that. And then there is one more that you guys should have in your notes. I hope everybody has this. And it was like the carbon compounds. I don't know if anyone can see this. It might focus in some. But it was those two different ones that listed, you know, organic versus inorganic. So you guys should have everything, I hope so, on there. If you guys did not get that one, let me know so we can go over it. It should have been what you guys were sending to Katie. So one person, I never got the email, but someone posted it in the group. Okay, so some of y'all never got that one. Okay, yeah, no worries. I don't have that. I don't think I got that either. Okay, so no worries. If you guys want to go ahead, let's go ahead and get a piece of paper. And we are going to go ahead and draw this last chart on here for you guys. Do it over here for y'all. Okay, so no worries. If you guys have already done your map and everything, no big deal there. So if you guys just want to follow along with everything. So I'm just drawing my mind map out here for y'all. That way we can have everything all together. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. This map is not nearly as pretty. I don't have my ruler with me. So, a little bit. Drinky. Ava, so we are going to go over the carbon compounds map that you guys should have drawn and done with Katie. So it was the one that had the carbon compounds, and then it had organic compounds versus inorganic compounds on there. So I noticed that some of you may not have gotten that. So if you did not get that, then we're going to go ahead and go over it right now. So then that way you guys have everything in your notes and nobody is too confused on what was left out. Oh, man, I really messed up my last one. Oh, well, we're going to live. Okay, so here's my sad excuse of my boxes that I've drawn. Forgive them. But you guys, you're going to need one top box, and then you're going to need two of your smaller boxes, and then you're going to want to have two big boxes. So it's just one, and then one up here on top as well. Can we get those other two assignments? Yeah, so some of you may have already filled this one out. On your email, it was the colored copy. It had the pink boxes and the yellow boxes and everything on there. So hopefully you guys did get that. But if you didn't, go ahead and copy this chart down so we can put it into our notes. So then that way you guys have everything that you will need. So no worries, no worries. Alrighty, so in our top box, alrighty, so in the top box, you're going to put carbon compounds. Ooh, I left my S off. So carbon compounds, that is going to go at the very top of your box. So carbon compounds. Hope that everybody gets this. I'm going to hold this up here for you guys. So then that way I can make sure that everybody has what they need. Alrighty, so that is our top box. And then, so if I'm looking at my paper, I'm going to go off over onto my left side, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in everything on my left side first. And I'm going to go ahead and abbreviate because I did not make mine big enough. Living. Alrighty. So, if I'm looking at my paper off over onto the left side, we're going to put organic compounds, and organic compounds come from living things. Sorry if we've already sent this to you. We don't have to do anything else. It's just for the note. Yes, so I'm just going over this because some people did not get this in their email from earlier, so I'm making sure that you guys have everything. No worries if you already are on there. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and report this person. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and enjoy your time in the YouTube jails, dude. Quite honestly. Okay. Oh, you know, just the typical popper inner, the little creepo here or there. Gotta come in and come about it and everything, so what is? No worries there. Okay, so some examples of some organic compounds are going to be like sugar, protein, and starches. I cannot repeat what the creeper said because there's no need to. Alrighty, so down on this bottom box, I put examples. So some examples of some organic compounds are going to be sugars, proteins, and starches. So sugar, protein, and starches. No worries, Serena. You're gonna need to go ahead. We're just about finishing up here, so whenever this video is done, you're going to need to go ahead and take care of that. Do we turn in the chemistry word definitions to Katie by 5 p.m.? No, you will not need to turn any of these notes in. Not until at 5 o'clock. I'm going to come back on and give you guys information on what to do for your 5 o'clock. Oh my gosh. What in the world? I've literally, I've blocked every single one of them. I know. The YouTube trolls must have nothing better to do with their lives. Not my problem. Okay, so then over off into the right, we have, so on our left side, we have organic compounds, and then over to the right, we're going to do inorganic compounds. So inorganic. So not from living things. Ooh, y'all can really see how bad my handwriting is. Yo, I have no idea what is going on. But you guys, we're almost done, so just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore them. Now, it's kind of like a child, when a child wants to act up and, throw stuff around, sometimes you just gotta ignore them. And obviously, we have to ignore grown adults too, so sad. Carbon dioxide. Okay, guys, I'm filling in this other thing for you guys. Sodium carbonate. Ooh, I really did not make enough room in any of these boxes. Okay, so please ignore my god-awful handwriting. Off over into the right side of that map, you guys should go ahead and put inorganic compounds. I just abbreviated, I put comp. And then inorganic compounds, they do not come from living things. So unlike organic compounds, they come from living things, sugars and such. Inorganic compounds do not come from living things. So different examples of these are going to be carbon dioxide, sodium carbonate, and chalk. Yeah. No kidding. Alrighty, so when you guys have all of this down, just let me know. Ooh, destroy some people's lives. Okay, awesome. I'm glad that everybody has that. So you guys go ahead and hang on to those. I'm going to see you guys back at 5 o'clock for our review assignment. So you guys go ahead and enjoy everything. I'm going to get back on at about 5 or so and go over the assignment for you guys for your 5 to 6 hours. So everything will be waiting to 5 to get. Is there any way we can get it early? It may come out maybe just about a week, maybe a half an hour earlier or so, but I'm going to kind of have to explain what you guys are going to do. with everything on there. But just get back on here at 5. It's not going to be super long. We're not going to take up the whole hour by any means. Just kind of explain everything to you guys, so then that way you guys have an understanding of what to do. So go ahead and leave comment for final roll call over into the comment section, and I will see you guys at 5 o'clock. Don't forget to give this video, go ahead and smash that like button for all of y'all. And if you didn't take out something for dinner, take something out for dinner. There's your reminder. Y'all have a good one. Bye, everybody.